Blessings, 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 my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. So maybe by the time you are hearing this, you have already tuned into West Indies versus Ireland in their second ODI game of the series. But while you're watching that, I just want to give you some information that CWI sent out yesterday. We see where the West Indies Academy, they are set to take on some youngsters from Sri Lanka. You know, one thing is for sure, my people, CWI, they are definitely getting games for the players, right? We see the West Indies A team, they are going up against South Africa. And now we see where they are saying the West Indies Academy team will be taking on their Sri Lanka counterparts. So, going to give you some information on that. We're going to be taking a look at what they have to say as it relates to these youngsters. Just give a listening ear until the end. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, goes without saying, later on after today's game, I will be doing a recap. I'm going to try my best to see if I can watch the game. As fans, we're always complaining and saying that we're not going to watch the game and thing, but as soon as the game is on, we find ourselves in front of it. You understand? So I am here on the CWA website now, and the headline says, Cricket West Indies men's academy team to face Sri Lankan counterparts in exciting home series in Antigua. So it says Cricket West Indies is pleased to announce the upcoming academy home series between the West Indies and Sri Lanka from the 7th of June to the 26th of June 2025. They said the tour will feature 2 4-day first class matches and 3 50-over matches to be played in Antigua at the Coolidge Cricket Ground and the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, right? So that is what they are saying. The red ball and white ball games, they will be played at those two places, Coolidge Cricket Ground and the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. Now they say this series is part of the long-term strategic plan for CWI to create a pathway for the region's brightest talent to develop while being exposed to the international competition. These matches are at an opportune time for the academy players who recently took part in the 2025 West Indies Championship. So the director of West Indies Cricket now, Miles Bascom, this is what he had to say, right? He's saying that this is, this will definitely work in their favor. So this is him now, and I quote, "These matches serve as a critical component in the pathway development of our emerging players. There is a strategic plan in terms of bridging the gap between the junior and senior levels, and the games against Sri Lanka will be used to continue sharpening and equipping our best prospects for the next level." End quote for now. Well, for years we have been talking about, that transition phase, that gap, where players leave from under 19 to international cricket. We have always complained that, it seems as if, boy, there's a breakdown right there. So Miles Bascom is saying that, they are trying their best to see if they can bridge that gap. Now, the head coach, Ramnarish Subasingh, is excited at the prospect the players putting their skills on show. Right, so this is Mr. Head Coach now, and I quote, "The West Indies Academy remains committed to learning, development, and long-term growth. Over the past 7 months, our players have made steady progress on and off the field, growing as cricketers and as young men. This series against the Sri Lankan Emerging Players is an important opportunity for us to test our skills against an international team, identify areas we can develop, and continue building for the future of West Indies cricket." End quote. So that is the head coach there, my people. Let's just finish up with what with the article here. So it finishes, it says, "All matches in this series will be free to the public, right? Free to the public. So if you're in Antigua, you can go out and support. Free to the public. Antiguans are encouraged to come out in their numbers to support the West Indies academic team, right? And take in the live action. So once again, if you're in that area, you can go out and give them some support. So the first 4-day game will be played from the 7th to the 10th, right? Or it should go from the 7th to the 10th of June. The second one from the 14th to the 17th, if they play all days, right? The 14th to the 17th, that's the second 4-day game. And then in terms of the 50 overs, we have 3 of them. The first one will be on June 21, the second one on June 24, and the third and final one on the 26th of June. So it's really good, my viewers and subscribers, to know that, you know, the academy players will get an opportunity to go up against some international players. For years, we have been saying that, you know, they need to find a way to try and bridge that gap, if you will, you know, try to make sure that the players coming from the under 19 level, they can make the transition. You know, sometimes a man coming from the under 19, they leave in school. If they are not on a good contract, they're obviously going to look work or continue their studies, right? So that is I would assume, you know, is one of the reasons why we tend to lose some of the players that we see coming through at under 19 level. But yeah, definitely looking forward to this, my people. Sometimes you're looking at the international players, the established players, the first team. You're looking at them to give you joy or to give you something to celebrate about. But sometimes you have to backstep. Take a look at the A team, take a look at the academy team, and give yourself something to smile about, right? So that is what's going on here right now, my viewers and subscribers. The West Indies Academy will be taking on Sri Lanka Academy. So definitely going to be keeping a close eye on that, right? You know, we saw them in the West Indies Championship. They probably didn't perform as well as we would have liked, but you know, it's a learning process. It's experience, and I have always said that, you know, playing is better than not playing. Playing is better than not playing. You understand? They're playing, they're probably not dominating right now, but at least they are out there playing. So we're going to continue to keep close eyes on these youngsters. So yeah, that is pretty much it for now, my viewers and subscribers. We're going to leave it right there. You know, going to continue to see what's going on with West Indies and Ireland. And later on today, we'll definitely come on and have a little chat. Big up on yourself, my people. Stay safe, stay blessed, and we touch base. Big up.